Hi there, Denise Cardiff, your favorite redheaded realtor. Today I'll try to answer two very common questions from buyers, and hopefully I can do that without any interruptions. The questions being, what are closing costs and how much are they going to run me? Well, first understand that closing costs are separate and additional to the down payment of a home. Down payment can be as little as 3.5% to 20% of the purchase price. Closing costs are fees paid to third parties that help to facilitate the transfer and the sale of the property. So I have a couple of notes to go through and understand there are closing costs on both sides, buy side and sell side. Today our main focus is the buy side. Buyers generally have a mortgage, so they're going to incur some more fees than the seller. So I've created a list of bullet points. These are all fees that are associated with a mortgage. A lot of this is outlined in our buyer's guide, and you can get a copy of that on our website, cardiff.realtor. But for today, let's just go down the list real quick. An application fee for the lender to process the loan application, and then there's also a fee for pulling your credit report. After all, that's about the number one most important piece of the puzzle to determine the interest rate on your loan. For administrative costs, there's going to be a loan origination fee and an underwriting fee. These cover the costs for researching and obtaining the approval for loan funding. Have you heard the term of prepaid interest? A lender is going to require the buyer to prepay interest, which is accrued from our closing day through the date of your first mortgage payment being due. That's going to be paid on closing day as part of your closing costs. If you have a VA loan, there could be a required government VA funding fee also paid at closing. That can be rather substantial as well. So this all sounds like it's really starting to add up a bit, doesn't it? Well, there's also going to be charges for insurance, survey, title, and taxes. So we're going to get into that next. 4 fees on your closing statement that revolve directly around the property. One being homeowner's insurance. A year's worth of that will be paid upfront. A flood zone determination. If it is determined the property needs flood insurance, that gets paid additionally to the homeowner's insurance. Also the appraisal to determine fair market value, and a fee for the survey company that verified your property lines. So what about taxes? Often a buyer is required to put down several months worth of property taxes up front. Then 1/12 of it is figured into your monthly payment. If you're making a down payment less than 20% of the home's purchase price, the chances are that you're going to be required to pay private mortgage insurance, or PMI. That is also added to your monthly payment, and a few months of that paid in advance at closing as well. The next part of our closing statement is going to revolve around title and filing fees. A title company will be hired to do a thorough search of public record for any liens or encumbrances on the property. There's a title search fee or an exam fee, and that is charged to, yep, you guessed it, the buyer. The buyer will also pay for and provide a lender's title insurance policy. This is insurance that assures the lender you own the home. It protects the lender in case there's ever a problem with the title. Don't worry, you're going to get protected too, because the seller is going to pay for your title insurance policy. So how much are all these closing costs? Well, it's going to vary. It depends on the property, the location, the taxes, but you can figure between 2% and 8% of the purchase price of the home as additional cash to close on the buy side. However, if you hire the right realtor, she can generally negotiate the seller to pay some of these costs on your behalf. Sometimes we can also add them to the top of the loan. We understand how important your family's budget is. This is the biggest investment of your life, your largest asset. Now, I have one question for you. What's the one thing the buyer should never expect to pay for? So did you have enough time to think about it? What's the one thing a buyer should never pay for as a closing fee? Commission, that's right. As your buyer's agent, we work for you for free. The seller is going to pay us. Now, when are you going to call the Cardiffs for your free buyer's consultation? 863-944-6349, or visit our website, cardiff.realtor, and fill out the Contact Us form, put in the time and the date that you're available, and let's make it happen.